we just start with that? I feel like we should. We've been putting it off for like 3 podcasts.
Okay, you want to try this?
Yeah, hold on. Let me get a picture of it so that I can post a picture of this on our Instagram.
We have an Instagram.
We do. We've never posted anything on it before. Do you like my outfit that I'm wearing?
Yeah, yikes.
My sweatpants and my purple Yikes sweatshirt. So go follow us on Instagram if you want to see what we're eating. A delicious sesame treat. We also got a little bit of a new setup here.
Nice desk.
We're across the desk. These are solid desks. Like, these were like $100 each.
Yeah, this isn't real wood.
But it's nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
Like, that's solid. You can stand on this desk. I don't recommend it because you'll just go through the ceiling. I also want to get a green screen, like a projector screen that's green, that we can hang up above here, so it's out of the way, and we can just pull it down. Then we can do stuff with that.
That would be cool.
So this...
It's probably expired.
I'm dropping chocolate all over the place. Is this supposed to be refrigerated?
No. No, I bought it and it wasn't refrigerated.
Okay. That doesn't answer the question as to whether it's supposed to be refrigerated.
Oh, it's supposed to be? I mean, it's like, you can refrigerate a candy bar if you
It
want.
smells like a candy bar.
The bottom of it looks gross.
I just dropped it all over
I thought it was going to be creamy in the middle.
It's gonna be something. I got a slice of it. Let me grab the trash can.
It smells just like a Three Musketeers.
I would say it smells like a...
Oh, thank God, dude. I thought that was supposed to be eaten.
Oh, that would be funny. I think you should eat it just,
No, I was like, why does the bottom of it look like white plastic?
I'm ready to go. It smells peanut buttery, which would make sense since it's sesame.
Okay.
It's rock and roll.
And remember last time,
Yeah,
because we
you
have had that.
freaked out.
It was a texture thing.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit afraid of the texture of
I'm
this.
not afraid at all. YOLO.
Here we go. Yep. No.
The chocolate helps.
It's not as bad.
At least this is like... A candy bar could be kind of creamy like this.
Right.
So the form factor definitely helps a little bit.
The aftertaste is okay.
It's not bad tasting, as we said before.
Give me the trash can.
I got it right here.
Oh, I'm making a freaking mess.
It's not great. I wouldn't recommend it. We don't know. Did we ever figure out what country this is from? Like, where people eat this in the world?
Yeah, it was like yeah, I don't know, it was like India or something.
Because this could totally be, like you said before, when you went to Germany and they bought quote-unquote American foods. This could just be, like, shit in wherever this is supposed to be from.
No, I think it's popular.
I mean, I guess if I grew up with it, it would be different.
Yeah, I guess if you never had like an actual candy bar.
If you never had real American, you know what America's known for.
You've never had a Snickers bar, that's probably good to you.
It's just so messy. It was not meant to be shared.
No,
it was meant to be eaten by one person.
Right, or I was gonna suggest we cut it with a knife.
Yeah, but I didn't want to do that. So I'm just gonna clean up after this, I guess.
Here, finish it.
No, thank you. Okay.
Okay.
In the garbage. Should we talk a little bit?
It's like the one person that listens to this is the guy who invented that Halva bar, and he's just sitting in it and he's just crying.
Step up your game, man. Like, America's not ready for this. Is all I'm saying. I will say this. We should talk a little bit about James Bond. Spoiler free.
Spoiler free.
Spoiler free. New James Bond came out, No Time to Die. We both saw it technically the night before opening night.
Yeah, because what I looked up said it was like Friday. So yeah, we saw it Thursday.
Regal always does that for some reason. They always have a showing or two on the Thursday before. It's really weird. technically, I got an ad to see it on Wednesday,
Oh shit.
and I was like, oh, that'd be cool. And then I realized that it wouldn't let me use my points to get free tickets. So then I just gave up.
Yeah, but you could have been like the people on YouTube or the first ones to see the movie, and then they just go.
Yeah, and then we
talk
would have
about it.
recorded this podcast the exact same time, and it would have gone out the exact same time. But yeah, no spoilers. I thought it was great.
I did too.
We're thinking about going to see it again. Probably will.
It's my favorite Bond movie.
Jordan really loves it.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10.
I would give it like an 8.5. Not 10 out of 10. No, I would give it like an 8 or an 8.5. Sure.
Seeing it once, I'm going to give it an 8. I'm going to put Skyfall and Casino Royale at 8.5. These are
Right.
just of the Daniel Craig Bonds. We're not talking
Didn't this one have a new director who didn't
Yeah.
do the other ones?
Yeah. It was, I have no idea his name. He was an Asian director, I believe. It looked beautiful.
Yeah, the movie looks great.
The cinematography is top notch.
They filmed it in like some IMAX type thing.
Probably, I would imagine.
I almost thought like what I liked. I don't know if you noticed this, but it almost looked like it was shot on film. Some
Yeah,
of the scenes.
definitely.
Yeah, you
It was
noticed that
very
too.
vibrant. It
Yeah.
had that,
But that kind of grainy
Yeah.
look to it too.
like you look at the Marvel movies, you look at the Iron Man 1, Thor, and Iron Man 2 are all shot on film. And then I believe Captain America was the first one shot on digital. Which Captain America 1 looks fine. But like Iron Man 1 looks great. Like it's super vibrant and colorful, and you can deep contrast, and you really got that with this movie.
Yeah, like even just like, yeah, and it adds to it too because it gives it like more of like a nostalgic feeling to it. Like I
Definitely,
think
yeah.
it was like a perfect farewell for Daniel Craig.
Yeah, this was his last Bond movie. Again, no spoilers.
Like there's so many clips in there that just like remind you of
Yeah,
the older movies,
and not even just his movies. Like you
Right.
get
Yeah, oh, yeah,
some
no.
big Sean Connery vibes.
Yeah, like
from it.
the scene where he comes back to his what is bungalow, that thing
His house.
tropical house he's living in.
I'm ready to cut anything.
I'm
you
not
say
spoiling
here.
anything.
I'm ready.
Just the scene where he is trying to see if anyone's in his place. He's got his gun out.
Yeah.
That little bit right there made me think of like Sean Connery.
Yeah.
I do not know what, like it just had this like
Sort of cavalier.
yeah.
I know what's going on, but I'm not gonna.
You know what I'm
freak out
talking about, right?
Yeah. It was great. I would highly recommend go seeing it. Again 8 for now. I may bump that up to an 8.5 once we watch it again.
When are we gonna go see it again?
I don't know.
Oh, we
Well,
should go see it with Matt. You think Matt would want to go?
Sure.
Has he already seen it?
I don't think so.
Let's go with Matt.
We're gonna potentially go see Dune
Yeah,
in
dude.
a little bit. We'll talk about that. I tried
Probably
listening
not gonna like that movie.
to the audiobook. I got like 2 hours in. I have no idea what's going on. It's just so. It's like Star Wars Episode 1. There's just politics and stuff with characters I don't know anything about and I don't really care about. So, I don't know. I'm open to it. It's got a lot of cool actors in
Star Wars Episode 1.
Yeah.
Like the prequel.
it. Phantom Menace, yeah.
Oh, I don't even
It's just,
consider those to be like Star Wars.
boring politics talking about overthrowing governments and stuff. And
Yeah, and like frog people.
yeah, somebody might not be human or something, and people can see the future. I don't know. I don't know. I tried sticking it out. I really tried. I can't get through it.
The Phantom Menace?
No, the Dune in the book.
Oh, yeah. I heard
I
it's
can't
pretty
do it.
confusing.
It's like 21 hours for the audiobook. I can't do it. I can't do it. And it's
And now you want to go see this movie.
well, I'm gonna go see the movie because it's only like 2.5 hours, 3 hours long. And it's got
3 hours long?
yeah, it's a long movie, I guess. And it's got Jason Momoa in it.
Jason Momoa?
Momo.
Which one's he?
Aquaman,
Oh, yeah, never
He's
saw
in-
that.
Game of Thrones. It's fun, I guess. It's kind of hard to watch when you know that Amber Heard is like a horrible human being.
How so?
She's just like an abusive piece of shit
It's awesome.
who lied about being abusive and said that Johnny Depp abused her.
Oh, that was the one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it came out that she was actually abusing him, and he was just taking the heat for it. And then Disney just like cut him from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh yeah,
Just
cancel
did all
culture.
this shit, and then it came out that she was actually the abuser. And then they're like, "Well, do we want to get rid of her though? She's kind of hot though." And then it's like you're gonna really go up against.
She was abusing Johnny Depp?
Yeah,
Like how?
like just punching him and shit. He had like black eyes.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
What if he was doing it to himself?
I don't. He was.
He had black. Maybe it was just like a photo from a movie he was in.
Nope, wasn't.
So they remained together, and he just let her kick the shit out of him.
Yeah, that's how abusive relationships work typically.
Yeah, but it's Johnny Depp.
Yeah, and she's Amber Heard. They're both rich and beautiful people, physically. Not I mean Johnny Depp, a saint, but her obviously
I don't know.
not a good person.
Marilyn Manson got accused of being abusive too. He's like good friends with Johnny Depp.
Okay. Do you think that it has any correlation, or?
I don't know. What would you do? I mean, in that situation, if you found out I was just kicking the shit out of like my spouse,
I would probably punch you in the face. I would be really upset
would you be? I feel like I wouldn't
I would
know
be
how to.
shocked,
I
yeah.
wouldn't know how to react.
if I was. Well, first of all, I'd have to have a
Right?
significant
No,
other,
no.
or
I
somebody
mean,
would have
like,
to talk to me.
I mean, like,
So that would be shocking in and of itself.
I know some people who I think might like probably were abusive in certain relationships, but like, you almost just don't want to like.
Think about it too much.
Yeah, or really like even like believe that that's the case.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's odd.
Like that was the
If
whole.
you care about somebody, you know what I mean. You find out they're
Yeah.
doing something horrendously bad.
I mean, that's how it was with the Achievement Hunter guy. Like all the posters I have with the.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like that's how that was. It was really hard to accept for a lot of people, and the people who could accept it, it was like getting hit by a train. It was tough. We're coming up on the 1 year anniversary of that. Woo!
What's he doing now?
Hopefully rotting in a ditch somewhere. Because he's a piece of shit.
You don't believe in redemption?
No, fuck that guy.
Okay.
When you do something for like years and years and years, and then it comes out and you're like, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay because then it's not like I made a mistake.
Yeah, that's like, oh, I'm a horrible person who got caught, and now I have to cover up for that.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
And
Yeah, that's a different story, I guess.
in like 15 years, hey, I'll come back to it. We'll see what's going on in 15 years.
Yeah,
But for the foreseeable future,
sure. Yeah, I mean, if you got nothing left, you might as well just continue to be a piece of crap.
Yeah.
What's that guy Gary Glitters? You ever heard of him?
no.
You know this? Oh, they play one of his songs in Joker. The song that's playing when he goes down the stairs.
Oh, when he's doing his dance.
Yeah. Okay, so that's Gary Glitters. Guy was like arrested and he had like child porn and on his computer
Great.
and like he was like having like underage prostitutes and stuff like that. So like ruined, right? And then he comes back to his house after he gets out of jail. They got all the press there and he's like, I just want to move on with my life. That night, he just fucking like flies to like Bangkok and just like moves to like Thailand or Vietnam or something, where it's like that's where like people go who are like pedophiles because
Yeah.
it's like really easy to get
Hey.
like
I've seen Bangkok Dangerous, okay?
yeah so have I. That's a fantastic
I
movie.
know how it works.
Isn't he in like a strip club like
Yeah.
a lot in that movie?
I think one of the main
Was that the whole movie?
it
Just
was like
him and
one of the 3 sets they had access to.
Yeah, yeah.
It was that.
There's the strip club.
So yeah, it's strip club, Nicolas Cage's apartment,
right.
that clock tower that he kept zooming in and out with the scope for some reason,
God, I forgot about that movie.
and then the river.
That's how good it was.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But anyway, wait. Gary Glitters basically like, I think, like he lost everything, right? You know, he got like dragged through the mud or whatever because he's a pedophile.
yeah.
So his career's over, obviously. And this guy with all his money was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna move to a place that's dirt cheap, and I can just continue to bang underage girls. There was a whole documentary I watched about it. But I mean, I guess if you're like, you see what I'm saying? Like you're
Yeah,
already
you're
like
already at the
you're already
bottom.
like yeah, you're
Why not
already
just
like
hang out
you've
there?
reached like the point where it's just like, fuck it, you know?
You've reached fuck it,
Yeah, like
as they
fuck
say in
it.
Deadpool.
I got like you know, got nothing left to lose. But yeah,
So,
there's a
yeah.
whole documentary. You should watch it. It's called I think it's called Where's Gary Glitters or something like
I
that.
don't really want to watch that.
Dude, they do detective work to find out where this guy is abusing young girls.
I just don't feel like that would make me happy to watch.
It was a good documentary.
So hard pivot from pedophilia.
Hard pivot.
The 2 new animated Batman movies came out a couple of months ago, but they're like now on streaming, so I can watch them for quote unquote free. I know
They're the ones that look like the
I know
90s
it's
series.
not free. I know it's not free. I know I'm paying for it by subscribing to HBO Max and all these other things. I got it. Okay, I know it's not free. Don't fucking at me. But I can watch it for free. Batman: The Long Halloween Part 1 and Batman: The Long Halloween Part 2. First one's rated PG-13. Second one's rated R.
An R-rated Batman movie.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty awesome.
I mean, you watch Gotham by Gaslight, where it's steampunk Batman fighting Jack the Ripper. That was rated R.
That was R.
Yeah, because
It's a
well,
cartoon.
remember when I said I don't remember there being very much stuff in this that would make it rated R, and then like 5 minutes later, a very young prostitute was getting her throat slit and blood was going.
Oh yes,
everywhere.
yeah, I do remember that.
Good movie.
Do these ones? Do they look like the '90s one?
It's very simple relative to like, comics and stuff. Like it lacks a lot of detail in order to make things more fluid.
Okay.
It looks good. Yeah, some of the animation is pretty simple. Like you'll pick up on it that it's, fairly simple. But The Long Halloween is a fantastic comic book. So did we watch Batman Year One? I think we did, where it was sort of Batman, Jim Gordon, both of their stories together, as they both come to Gotham.
I think so. I don't
And
know.
Batman's
I don't remember.
like, it's Batman Year One. It's him becoming Batman and learning how to be Batman and fight crime for the first year of his
Batmanness.
his life as Batman. And then there was a sequel comic called Batman Year 2, which I haven't read. Apparently it's but Long Halloween is very much a sequel to Year 1, where he's super early on. It's sort of him meeting Harvey Dent, and it's like The Dark Knight, where it's Jim Gordon, Batman, and Harvey Dent. They're kind of having their working together
Their threesome.
to fight crime, and it goes off of the mob. Like there's this mob war, and people getting kidnapped and
Yeah,
murdered.
it's Gotham.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden somebody like one of the main mobster's like nephew gets murdered on Halloween.
I think I've seen this.
Maybe it's fairly recent.
I don't know.
But
Sounds familiar.
we should definitely watch them because it was very good. And it's like Batman's trying to figure it out, and he's sort of like he's talking to Alfred at one point. And he says, I thought Batman was just going to be this looming threat to criminals. I never realized that he'd have to be a detective. Not only a detective, but like a really good detective.
Batman is a detective.
Well, this is sort of how he learns to be a detective. And
It's all about looking at those clues,
yeah, it's really interesting.
getting on his bat computer.
Like he's interrogating somebody with Commissioner Gordon. I guess he would have been captain at that point. He's Jim Gordon. And at one point he like rips the chair out from under the perp and he's doing the Dark Knight thing where he's like beating the shit out of him or something. And Jim Gordon calls it and gets the crook out of the room.
Was he like, where is it?
Yeah, essentially.
Where is it? You have all these rules and you think they'll save you.
But then Jim Gordon explains to Batman, he's like, listen, you went over the top. You went too far. It's more valuable.
Cool it.
Yeah, just cool your jets, Batman.
it.
Cool your jets. He's, he would have been better as an ally. You need to work on this, clearly. And it's great. Like, everybody's in it.
And then what does he say?
He's like,
Oh, he wasn't like, I'm sorry.
I think he might say sorry. He's like,
Sorry.
he understands that he fucked up and went a little too far.
What if you just kicked the shit out of Commissioner
just start
Gordon?
pulping him? He turns his face into like a bag of cherries that have been
Yeah.
mashed up.
Why is he so angry? Is it because his parents are dead?
Yeah, because he's a little,
did someone's little parents get shot?
he's a little bitch.
and did the beads, did the pearls on her necklace just fall in slow motion in
We get to see that again, by the way. That's fun.
That's in all the movies.
I said that to Lindsay. I was like, wait, are you... Bruce Wayne's parents are dead? Why didn't anybody tell me this? Been watching 15 movies with this fucker.
What? Who didn't know his origin story? Is that anyone?
It's just annoying that they have to keep putting it in. We get
Why?
it. It's like Spider-Man's origin story.
I always look forward to that.
I don't want to see
Anytime-
Uncle Ben shot again. I don't want to see his parents
Oh, I
shot
don't
again.
care
I don't
about
wanna
Uncle
see the pearls
Ben.
falling in
Does-
slow motion.
He doesn't. Uncle Ben doesn't get shot in the new ones. There isn't
Well,
even.
he was shot.
Oh, they don't show it.
No, they don't. Thank fucking God.
Why?
Because I've seen it twice.
Well, remember how he lied about where he was going, and that's the reason why he gets shot.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny how that works? Yeah.
Not in the Amazing
he's like-
Spider-Man.
he's
He
like
didn't lie.
crying.
He just stormed out because he's a little bitch.
Why didn't they? So they didn't want to show him in the Tom Holland ones.
No, because we've seen it twice.
What if the guy who played Uncle Ben was like a really cool actor?
I don't care.
Like it was. Hold on, let me. Okay, so Uncle Ben is played by.
Dan Aykroyd.
No, I was.
Bill Murray.
No.
Harold Ramis's corpse.
No. Fucking. Why can't. Danny DeVito.
I would watch that.
Yeah, I'd watch that.
I want Danny DeVito to be Uncle Ben.
But he's playing like
and
he's
then
like
Arnold Schwarzenegger to be the guy that shoots him.
that would be like so.
That would be hilarious.
It would distract so much from the movie.
Nobody could watch the rest of the movie. They'd have to put that like at the end.
Yeah, like just like cast somebody who just is not right for it, like Jeff Goldblum or something, just as
Yes.
Uncle Ben. Oh well, great response. I can't do a Jeff Goldblum. How do you do a Jeff Goldblum voice? He's like kind of like questioning. Everything's a question.
Let me try and think of a,
I'd have to listen to him and then.
a Jurassic Park line.
Oh yeah.
Life
Oh yeah.
finds a way.
A lot of uhs.
Yeah, he had a
Well,
talk
that is
like
one.
this.
That is one big pile of.
That is
pile of
one big
shit.
pile of shit.
Sure to wash
That's
your
a really
hands.
good movie.
Yeah, that is a really good movie.
That's a really good book too.
What are
else?
we talking about?
We were talking about Batman,
Batman.
and then that led into Spider-Man.
Right. So right, and I the Uncle Ben scene I don't care, but I do like to see
Spider-Man's coming out in like 2 months.
Spider-Man.
No Way Home, the one where
William Dafoe's in it.
Willem Dafoe and Alfred Molina and everybody's
Wait,
in
William
it.
Dafoe's actually in it?
Yeah, he's confirmed.
Oh
Have you not seen the trailer?
no.
A fucking original recipe goblin grenade just like plonks on the ground and is blinking, and we hear Willem Dafoe's laugh.
Does he go?
Yeah, it's just in the background.
Did he leap up on a counter and go?
He fucking better. If that's not in this movie, I swear to God.
William
And then
Dafoe.
there's like leaked footage of
Spider-Man.
Andrew Garfield. They keep saying that it's not. They're not in it. They're obviously in it. Like Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are back.
Well, I don't know.
Clearly.
I'd have to see the picture because when I showed you a picture of Spider-Man and Venom,
I can send you a picture breaking it down, or a video breaking it down, and talking about how it's definitely not fake footage or old footage because his
why
hair
would you
doesn't match.
want him in the?
Because I think Andrew Garfield is good. I think he got a shit run in those movies. I don't like the movies or the writing, but I think he's good.
No, those movies were forgettable.
Yeah, they're not great.
There's one with like a lizard.
Yeah, there is.
How many are there?
You mean the lizard that looks like
There's
a
two of
Goomba?
them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The second one is it's fucking god
That's
awful.
with like, what's his face? Is that blue guy?
Oh, Jamie Foxx?
Yeah.
He's in it. He's
Yeah.
in the new Spider-Man.
The new one?
Yeah.
Is that blue guy?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's the same makeup and
Why
stuff.
are they all in it? Are they?
Because it's going to be like a multi-dimension, like Spider-Verse.
Oh, okay. I thought they were gonna do that as like a completely is the new yeah, Spideyverse. I thought this was gonna be like a sequel to that.
No, it's not.
So this is just
It's its own thing.
oh, because they go back in time because that Mysterio guy said who he was, right?
What?
The ending of that movie.
Yeah.
Second one.
And then he wants
Now everybody,
to,
yeah,
he wants Doctor Strange's help to erase that from everybody's mind. And then that opens the multiverse, which we're kind of seeing now with What If, which is an animated series, which I'm sure you haven't seen. Which I don't know if I would recommend watching it, because I don't really like it.
Then don't recommend. What do you mean you don't know if you'd recommend
Because it's
watching?
like, it's cool as an idea. It's like, literally the name is What If. You know, what if in the first Captain America, Peggy Carter...
What if a bunch of ninjas
got the
smash through
serum?
these windows in here?
Or what if Iron Man and Hawkeye and Thor and
So
all
it
these,
has to be superhero stuff.
all the Avengers died?
That'd be awesome.
And
those
then we found
movies.
out that it was Hank Pym, and he was a deranged serial killer because his daughter died on a SHIELD mission. Or what if fucking Ultron won in Avengers 2?
Is this a show or is this just
It's
people
like
like
a 9-episode show.
talking about what would happen, or is
Yeah,
it
it's like an
actually...
animated. It's like a what if. It's an alternate universe where a small decision was made, and now things are drastically different. And then it ends with the Watcher, a character I'm sure you'd love.
The Watcher?
The Watcher.
Is he a pervert?
Kind of. He's like a god
Okay.
that can view all the different multiverses where all this shit is happening. He's just a regular dude with a giant bald head.
Gross.
Yeah.
Why would I like that?
Because he's weird. And you like weird shit.
I like it when like the villain looks like a bad guy. Like in James Bond, you can tell he's a bad guy because his face is all fucked up.
What if he
you
was
know
the
what I mean?
hero of the story?
Kind of is. No spoilers.
It's also the Watcher is voiced by Jeffrey Wright.
Show me a picture of this guy.
Who is Felix Leiter in
Wonder
James
Woman?
Bond.
Oh.
Look at that.
Why'd I say Wonder Woman?
I don't know.
Well, let me see.
That's it from the show.
He looks like Dragon Ball Z.
Big bald baby man.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, there were a couple episodes that were pretty good. Most of them I didn't enjoy.
I mean, he could be cool. Does he talk cool?
Yeah, it's Jeffrey Wright because he's Felix Leiter. He's the black guy from James Bond.
Oh. He
The
doesn't have a
CIA guy.
cool. He doesn't have a cool voice though.
He's also Jim Gordon in the new Batman movie that's coming out next year. And he is the guy from Westworld. Fuck.
What do you think about the new Batman movie?
I'm super excited.
I think it's gonna be good.
I think it's gonna be great. I'm really really excited. All
Robert
the comics
Pattinson, something that's not Twilight.
or Harry Potter or the
He's
Lighthouse.
only in like one of those, right?
Yeah, he is, and he fucking dies.
Yeah, and then he dies at
Gets
the end.
capped by Voldemort. Spoilers for that movie.
Dude, I haven't seen or read any of those books.
Yeah. Gay Snape kills straight Dumbledore.
No, Dumbledore's definitely gay. Somebody said they wanted to make James Bond gay in the next one. And I was like, can we just not like?
Oh,
Can he just be, like,
Superboy's
heterosexual?
gay.
Superboy?
That's news, apparently.
You mean Superman?
No, Superman's son, Superboy.
They call him Superboy?
Yeah. Apparently he's gay in the new
Superboy.
the next series that they're doing, the next comic run.
That's odd.
And I got asked today what I thought
Superboy.
about it, and I said I don't really give a shit.
If it's a different character, but
Well,
if you were gonna like change James Bond that drastically, it would just be like
Superboy's already been a character for decades,
as a heterosexual Superboy.
I guess. I don't know very much about Superboy. I thought he
I've
was
never
a clone.
heard of Superboy.
I thought he was a clone.
I kind of want to look this up. So this is super. So who did? This is what's her face?
Lois Lane?
Lois Lane. This
Listen.
is her.
I don't know.
So Superboy is not her son.
Because everything I know about Superboy is that he's not his son. He's like a clone developed by Lex Luthor.
But in this new one coming out, he's Superman's son.
I guess. I don't know. I've
Wait,
heard this from people who don't know anything about it, so I know even less. But my thing is,
Subject 13, Connor.
yeah, Connor Kent.
Superboy.
He's a clone, right?
Well, wouldn't he still kind of? Well, I guess he wouldn't be your son if he's a clone.
And yeah,
Um.
he's one of the 4 Supermen that took over after Superman
Okay,
died.
he looks like. I mean, this is a cartoon, but he looks like he's like 25 years old.
Is it black shirt, red symbol?
Yeah, like they're calling this guy Superboy.
Yeah, that's Young Justice Superboy.
But he's like 25 in
Yeah,
that.
he also doesn't age the right way.
Are you telling me he's like 13?
He's like 2, dude. He was grown in a test tube.
Oh.
Yeah.
But without like his clone type
He's
his
supposed
clone
to be,
age, but like what would he looks
He's supposed to be like 17 or 18 at the beginning. That's from a later season. That's like 5 or 6 years after. So he's like, 20, 23, 24.
does he wear that shirt at the gay bar?
Presumably.
Nice.
The thing that he does so Young Justice is a really good show.
I bet it's not.
It's really good.
That's
Like the
probably
first 2
awful.
seasons
Oh,
are
it
great.
says Superboy's been around since like 1993.
Yeah, told you he's been around for decades.
Wow.
He's
He's my age.
yeah, he's old as shit.
Yeah. I'm not old as shit.
Yeah, you are. You're on death's doorstep. You got
No,
one foot in the grave already.
You never know.
Yeah, you could get in a car crash. Yeah, let's bring that up. I'm gonna cut that.
Seriously, everybody's reaction to it was so fucked up.
I'm gonna cut all of this.
Yeah, just don't put it. Guy got in a parking lot, and just like everyone that hears it just bursts out laughing. I love my job.
What the hell were we talking about?
Okay, we were talking about Superboy.
Oh, okay, yeah. If he's like Ben Gay, sure.
Ben Gay, that's the muscle stuff, right?
I don't know. Sure. Like if you have a character that's like Dumbledore, who's kind of been gay from the beginning, like you kind of not like explicitly said, but kind of you read between the lines, you can kind of figure it out from the very beginning. Sure, whatever. I don't care. That's great. I love more representation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh wait, is that a spoiler?
that is a spoiler. I'm gonna have to bleep that.
No. Okay.
Um,
No, but I mean, if you're gonna take like
and that's the way to do it. That character that has been bleeped and we won't mention until later. That's the way to do that, I feel. They did that in Endgame. Avengers Endgame.
what happens in that? Is that the one that we saw in
Yeah.
the movie theater?
So the very beginning, right after the 5 years later thing, and it's all of them sitting in that room and Captain America's there and they're talking through it, like how the world's different, and that guy's talking about how he went on that date with that guy, and that was the first openly gay character in a Marvel movie. And everybody lost their shit about that.
Why? I don't even remember.
Everybody was talking about it wasn't how you expect. It was a bunch of LGBTQ plus people saying how that wasn't like that was too subtle or something. I don't even remember the argument because it was so long ago when that movie came out, all the way back in
Too subtle.
2019 or something. Like
We
it
need-
wasn't big enough. Like it wasn't a big enough character, and I was like, but my thinking is that's just a normal. Like it doesn't matter if that character is gay or straight or whatever. This is just a character. Like that's how I saw it. I didn't think, oh wow, this character is gay. That's important. I just thought, okay, this character is going through an emotional experience, which isn't that what you want?
Yeah, you would think.
Like you don't want, and there's nothing I hate more than a movie that just like Ghostbusters 2016, which is just women for the sake of being women. Like just do your own thing with a female protagonist that's good. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like there are cases like The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Good movie. I finally watched it.
Yeah, it's a
A
good
little while
movie.
ago. It's a good movie. That movie is kind of hinges, and I assume the book too, hinges on the fact that the main character, one of the main characters, is a woman, because a lot of that movie wouldn't work the same way if that character was a man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Well, it's three.
that makes sense.
It's 3 movies.
And I've only seen one.
Well, that one's like kind of a combination of the other ones. I have all the other ones on DVD.
I'll watch them at some point,
They're,
maybe. Is Daniel Craig in all of them?
No, this
Forget it.
that's
I don't want
the American version. It's Noomi Rapace.
I don't know who that
They're she's I don't know what the heck. She's in Prometheus.
is. Oh, great.
I don't know what else. I don't think I've seen her in anything more recently.
My point is, just make a good character that happens to be a woman, or happens to be black, or happens to be gay. Don't go back and change pre-existing characters to make them fit this mold. Just make a new character that's as good, if not better. That also happens to be a woman, gay, black, whatever.
Or all of those things.
Or all of those things. Go for it. I would love that. That's my 2 cents on the matter. I guess we're woke now. Is that where we're super hardcore liberal woke pussies, snowflakes?
I don't know. Noomi Rapace.
While you're looking that up,
I'm just trying to figure out if she's ever been in anything you would have seen. You have not seen Prometheus.
Nope. I have not. And I refuse. Because I've heard it's very bad.
No, I like it.
And doesn't add anything to the story of Alien.
No, it's kind of on its own. I don't know. She's not in much.
So I listen to a lot of audiobooks while I'm at work. Because I can do that now. And I've been listening to just all over the map. I reread The Martian. I'm just going to say read because listen to sounds weird. I reread The Martian, a book I've read, 3 or 4 times at this point. Great fucking book. I love it.
Movie's boring as shit.
It's good. Shut up.
It's actually not a bad movie.
Ridley Scott.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
It's like the first really good Ridley Scott movie he's made in a long time.
No?
Yeah.
Ridley Scott?
Yeah.
What about Hannibal?
When was that made? I also haven't seen it.
Prometheus. He did Prometheus.
Yeah, he did do Prometheus, and I stand by what I said. It's the first time in a while that he's made a really good movie.
Prometheus is a good movie.
I listened to 2001: The Space Odyssey. Fantastic book. I listened to Rendezvous with Rama, another Arthur C. Clarke book. That's a really good book. I would highly recommend all of that. I listened to, let me double check here. I think it's called Metamorphosis. It's an older book. It was written in The Metamorphosis.
Came out in 2001.
Yeah, so 2015, 2001. That's a bit of a gap.
Prometheus came out in 2009, I think.
And I stand by what I said. It's the first time he's made a really...
Okay, I just heard that through the speakers and it freaked me out.
Oh. So this is The Metamorphosis. It was written in 1915, I think, by Franz Kafka. I believe it is not an American book or written in English. I think it might be German, based on that name.
Are there a lot of zuz in there? Is this...
No, I don't know.
Is it written in a German accent?
No.
Why?
It wasn't read in a German accent. I don't know if it was written in a German accent. But it's great because it's like a short story, so it was only 2 and a bit hours long to listen to. And it's about a guy who wakes up and he's a giant beetle.
A giant beetle?
Yeah.
Like human sized?
Yeah. Like if you woke up tomorrow and you were, 5'10", but a beetle. Yeah.
That's okay.
And it's just, there's no build-up. It's the guy wakes up, 30 seconds later, he's a beetle. That's just how the book starts, and we're off to the races.
What does he do as a beetle?
Well, he wakes up, he's like, oh shit, I slept through my alarm. And he's a traveling salesman, he's a door-to-door salesman for a company. and he's in his parents' house, and he's paying off their debt to this company by working for them. So then he wakes up as a beetle, realizes he's missed his train. He realizes that he's gonna miss his train again, like the next train. The manager comes to the house to see what's going on. They can't open, the doors are all locked, and he's trying to. He's like, no, I'm fine. I was, I felt a little sick this morning. I'm good.
So he can still talk.
For a little bit, and then it sort of very quickly turns into like clicks and grunts and stuff. So then he finally unlocks the door, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, there's a giant fucking beetle!" And the manager runs away. And then the whole is like this really depressing story. He's like, he can't communicate with anybody. His family's just horrified. They lock him in his room because they don't know what to do with him because he's a giant fucking beetle. And then eventually, to make money, because they're both older, the parents, and his little sister's like 17, so she can't really do anything. So they at the very end of the book, they start renting out his a room to people, like a Airbnb, and at this point he's just like not eating. There's shit all over the room because he's depressed because he's a fucking beetle and he can't go outside. He's locked in this room.
Why is he shitting if he's not eating?
Or do you just mean like dirt and stuff?
Oh, okay. So not
and,
literally.
I mean, he's being fed rotten food and disgusting.
They're treating him like a bug.
Yeah.
What? Why?
Because that's what he likes to eat.
Oh, he just likes that stuff?
Yeah, like they talk about how he gets fed some sweet milk with bread in it. I guess that's a thing that people ate back then. And he tried to drink some of it because it's like his favorite thing, and he was repulsed by it. It was disgusting.
Oh, that's like when you turn into a vampire and you try to eat regular food.
And then he was like eating garbage, and he loved it. And he was like scuttling up all on the ceiling.
That sounds
and shit.
freaking awesome.
It's great. It was a really interesting story.
I mean, I want to be a bug.
And then, not to spoil it, but he gets depressed, and then
why?
He sneaks out because his sister's playing the violin, and the 3 dudes who are renting that room are like, "This is disgusting. We're not paying any money for this. Fuck you. We're out." And then the father's like beating him with a stick or some shit.
Beating the beetle?
Bug boy.
Oh, shit.
And then he goes back into his room, and he just fucking dies.
Well,
and that's how the book ends.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I was like, oh, fucking great. Dude gets turned into a beetle. I thought it was going to be this fun fairy tale. Depressing as shit.
Well, it was German and it came out in 1915.
Yeah, I think. It's great. Now that I've spoiled it, everybody should go read it or listen to it. I tried reading Dune, like I said. I can't do it. I just can't do it. And it's so weird because I started listening to Contact by Carl Sagan, which was turned into a movie. Have you seen Contact?
Yeah, I've seen Contact.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's a really good movie with Jodie Foster, and you see a little bit of her boob at the beginning when she's banging Matthew McConaughey.
I don't remember that part.
I
probably missed the beginning of the movie.
Remember it very much as a 13-year-old boy who was watching that. The book is drastically different than the movie. They go very deep into radio astronomy and the science of how that works and how decoding this message from aliens works. And I don't understand a fucking word of it.
Yeah, so they're not going to put that in the movie.
Like, I know how a radio telescope works, basically. Theoretically. This is so many levels beyond what I will ever know.
Or maybe it's just, like, really stupid and you don't understand it because it's...
I think Carl Sagan knew what he was talking about. I have a feeling
he could
that
have just been bullshitting.
This one of the smartest guys on the planet knew what he was talking about when he wrote this book. There's also a lot more banging in it.
In the book?
Yeah, there's just tons of sex. It's pretty sweet.
It's the only thing that was keeping people reading it.
I love it. It's so weird that the more boring and educational thing is way more entertaining than Dune, where it's like a space epic. Yeah.
Hasn't there already been a Dune movie?
Yes, and we should definitely watch it because apparently it's like Waterworld levels.
I like Waterworld.
I haven't seen it.
It's not. People think it's like a bad movie, but it's like
It's just weird.
it's not that bad of a movie.
It's just weird.
How's it weird?
Just a weird movie. I don't know. What to
There's
tell you.
like a little bit of land left.
Yeah.
Nobody knows where it is.
There's a deleted scene, or maybe it's a semi not deleted scene. Waterworld's one of those movies where it's like Superman the movie, where there are like 18 different versions of
Superboy.
it. Gay Superboy, where there's like 18 different versions of it that were played on TV or played in the cinemas or played in this country versus that country. Like there's a 3-hour long version of Superman
Yeah.
with
Okay.
just a bunch of shit put back into it. A lot of cool shit.
It's like Blade Runner.
Yeah, it's one of those movies. Apparently, there's one scene that was cut from most of the versions, or maybe all of the versions of Waterworld, where they find a piece of it's like this little mound of land, and they go up to it, and they see a sign on it, and it says Mount Everest, you know, whatever elevation. And that's the top of Everest.
I think right. I think so in the original version, it's just they just find like this island, and there's some dead people on it, in a little house,
Yeah.
and then they live out their days on this island. But I mean, I think
this sounds really fun.
yeah. I think the thing with this movie though, yeah. So if just the tip of Mount Everest, about 30,000 feet, that's the only thing above water. How's that work?
You can now probably see why they cut it from the movie. Because even though it's a cool shot, it doesn't work.
Aren't there even like there's higher? What the frick is it? Like there are higher points than Everest, right?
No. So
That's based on
Everest isn't the tallest mountain.
right.
It just reaches the furthest out. Because there are mountains that don't go as high off the surface of the earth, but go way deep into the ocean.
Oh,
So the whole mountain technically is bigger
yeah,
than Everest.
if it's going in the ocean, it doesn't count.
I'm just telling you how science works. I don't know what to tell you.
I think if it's underwater, it's not a mountain.
Okay.
And I don't care if people.
Are you
wanna
gonna
say
go?
that
Is
that's-
this your Pluto as a planet?
It is.
You're gonna. This is the hill you're gonna die on.
Like if you were like, there's a massive hole like almost 30,000 feet deep, and then you were like, it's the Marianas Trench, and I'd be like, no, that's underwater. Like that's not like Grand Canyon level of cool. If you tell me there's like a massive Grand Canyon on Mars or something,
Which
I'm
there
like,
is.
which there is, I'd be like, that's cool. I'd like
Also,
to see
the
that.
Mount Olympus, the
Yeah,
biggest
Mount
mountain
Olympus,
in the
like
solar system.
double the size of Everest, but
I think it's
both
much
those,
bigger than double the size.
yeah,
it's
actually, it's like
very
way,
big.
way bigger than that.
It's very
It's more
big.
like 3 or 4 like Everest.
It's huge. Mars
But-
is overcompensating
Yes, but
something.
for not having any water. But
It
those
has
things,
some
those things, that mountain counts because there's no water. If there was,
So if Earth gets all dried up,
then we'd have a ton of mountains, dude.
yeah, way more.
Like I get
And,
there's
like, way
underwater
more trenches.
I get there's yeah. But I mean like so Drain the Oceans, you know that show?
Nope.
You never watched Drain the Ocean?
Nope.
They drain the ocean. They show you what the bottom looks like,
I
and it's pretty cool.
I figured that out surprisingly
Yeah.
from the names.
Right. So when they drain the ocean, like they'll reveal underwater mountains, but I don't consider them a mountain until they're not underwater.
So you're a racist towards mountains underwater.
Racist or well, I mean it's a rock.
They're all rocks.
Right, so it's not a race.
Your qualification
I'm a rock.
is that
I'm a roxist.
you're
Roxist.
a rockcist,
I'm a mountain cyst.
a mountain cyst,
I get to decide what's a mountain and what's
sub-aquatic mountain cyst.
yeah. Like the same thing as like Pluto is a planet.
It's not.
It is.
It's
It's
not.
a dwarf planet.
Yeah.
It's in the title planet.
No.
Yeah.
It's its own subcategory
No.
of celestial body.
Pluto's a planet, and if it's underwater, it's not a mountain.
Those are the hills you're dying on.
Yeah, you can put that on my gravestone.
Okay, I will. And I'm gonna put that gravestone at the top of whatever mountain is the tallest, but not really because it goes underwater.
It's not a mountain underwater.
All right. With that,
I think, yeah, no, I seriously do want that written on my gravestone.
we should probably wrap up. Do you want to get tickets to go see Gus Johnson?
When?
March 2022. It's in Portland.
I thought they sold out.
No, not last time I saw.
Who's the other guy coming that they all sold out?
I don't know.
Oh, Ed Bassmaster.
VIP tickets are like $60.
I don't
Front row
want
seating.
VIP.
Front row seating in a Q&A before. You want to talk to Gus Johnson? We can talk to him.
Not really.
We can ask him the question about whether or not I would be a god if I went back to ancient Egyptian times.
What?
Do you not remember that conversation?
No.
Where
was
I
that?
said that if I was transported back in time to ancient Egypt, I would be like a god to them because I would know math and
The aliens
Be
already
white?
did that.
then you said that that's not what would happen. I would be clubbed to death.
Yeah, you'd be like a slave, probably.
No, I would be a god.
No, they already had all that technology.
No,
I bet if you went back there, their
But I'm
technology would
white,
be even more advanced.
and I'm speaking a language they've never heard. I'd be a god.
You'd be a minority and a slave.
Yeah, the difference between a minority and a god is how many of them there are. If there's only one, that's God.
Hmm.
If there's several but not enough, then it's a minority.
Yeah.
And on that note,
Okay.
let's stop this and record that other thing then.